Hey, I am back. Okay, so I am getting a downloaded message. Like I was just getting all of this information, and I was like, um, I'll just let it come out in a read. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'll just wait, and if it come out in a read, then I'll speak on it. But something like, no, just record it now. You don't need cards, or you don't need it to come out in a read. If you got the message, you got the message. Like the cards is just for confirmation, or just to um like if you've been having suspicions or whatever it is. Like basically you already know these things. Even reads, whatever it is, no matter what, like it's always most certainly confirmation. Sometimes it's predictions about the future and letting you know what's coming in the forecoming, but mostly it's going to start off about what's the current, and then it's going to give you confirmation to even want to even believe in what a motherfucker talking about within the future. But back to the download I was getting. The download that I'm getting is that I keep picking up on somebody mask fell off. Somebody mask fell off in a lot of my reads. People masks have fallen off, which is true. But now I'm also getting that people really feel like your mask has fallen off. They feel like you've been wearing a mask. They feel like you've been pretending. They feel like you have not been showing them who you truly are. Because if you would have showed them who you truly was, they would have never underestimated you. They would have never second guessed you. They would have never played with you. They would have never thought you was naive. They would have never came against you the way that they did if you would have showed them who you truly were. That's how they feel. They feel like you've been wearing a poker face. But in all actuality, like I've been saying in my reads, you are somebody who is dual. So with you being somebody who is dual, you are somebody who knows how to be understanding. You know how to let shit go. You know how to let bygones be bygones. You know how to move past some bullshit. And so since you was moving past bullshit, you was letting bygones be bygones. You was being very understanding or whatever it was. Like the way that you was moving was so strategic, but these motherfuckers thought it was so dumb. They like, why do you keep forgiving motherfuckers, or why do you keep letting people get over on you? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing that? And they was thinking you was naive. But you was also in the same sense as you transmuting the energy. You like, damn, they sending me hate. I'm about to transmute it into love and light. Maybe if I get them love and light back, they'll reciprocate that shit. They'll you like trying to get rid of they motherfucking problems for them or whatever the case may be. But you was never letting them really feel how you really felt. You might have told them like, hey man, it's certain shit that you do that I don't like. But then since you transmuted that energy, since you accepted it, since you let bygones be bygones, since you were so understanding, they thought you forgot about it. They thought you were dumb. But you wasn't. You were dual. You was not, and probably you was all unbalanced. Back in the day, you probably was showing a motherfucker how you felt, was telling a motherfucker how you felt, but you was doing that shit so much passion that they was feeling like you was an angry motherfucker. So you was like, okay, well let me stop being so angry. So then you changed that shit around. You was like, okay, I'ma just be this light being. I'ma just be this light motherfucker. If it's something that get on my nerves or whatever, I'm not gonna address it, because if I address it, I'm gonna be this dark being. So out of nowhere, they felt like whatever the fucking attacks or whatever they was sending towards you is working. You're no longer being this angry motherfucker. You being this sweet, nice motherfucker, letting everything slide. Whole time you were dual. You was letting shit slide, but you still felt the way you felt. Now you standing up for yourself. Now they feel like, okay, you taking the mask off. You showing your real face. You showing your real hand. You was wearing a poker face. They like, so all them times you was letting me slide, you was faking. So all those times you was letting me do this shit, you knew what the fuck I was doing and you didn't address it, but you was addressing it, regardless if that was angrily or lovely. No matter which way you tried to address it, these motherfuckers didn't want to hear it because they didn't want to understand you. They didn't want to fuck with you. They just wanted to attack you. But now that they've been attacking you, attacking you, attacking you, and you've been letting that shit slide, you done probably felt these attacks for years. And you like, some man, I ain't gonna fight back. I'm gonna just transmute. I ain't gonna fight back. I'm gonna just transmute. But the more you start transmuting, and the more that they were seeing that you was transmuting, they said, fuck, how the fuck every time I send them attack, they get greater? So they start draining and siphoning and stealing your energy. They start making them want to do more attacks. Ooh, let's do more attacks so they can transmute it more, and then we could take the energy right back. So they was just been winning and living in your energy for years until you got tired of it. Like, damn, I'm getting so drained to the point that I don't even want to be here no more. I'm getting so drained to the point where I don't even want to give advice no more. I don't even want to be there for people no more. This the shit that you love to do. And you was getting so drained that you didn't even want to do that shit no more. So now you start standing up for yourself. You start cutting motherfuckers off. You start telling motherfuckers, bitch, I see straight through you. And no, I'm not guilty. And no, I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not on this. Am I dark? Am I nice? No, I'm not trying to play the fiddle. No, I'm not trying to rock the boat. No, I'm not trying to make you feel comfortable. No, I'm not trying to make you feel happy. Nigga, my feelings matter too. And I'm trying to tell you, I don't feel comfortable. I don't like this shit. Boom, 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 whatever the fuck. Now you've been cleansing your energy. Now you've been protecting your shit. Now you've been returning motherfuckers' energy back to them. Now you've been reclaiming your energy and shit. And motherfuckers like, so this whole time you've been a goat? Even though I felt you was the GOAT, that's why I wanted to stop you from being a GOAT. I just thought you didn't know you was the GOAT. So I tried to stop you from being the GOAT before you found out that you was the GOAT. But this whole time you knew that you was the fucking GOAT. Why the fuck didn't you stand up for your? Why wasn't you prideful and conceited like the fuck I would have been? Like, you don't know I would have been prideful and conceited. That's why I've been stealing from you, and then trying to shit on you in your face. But if I would have had, if I would have known that if the way that the way that you operating now, the way that you basically showing me that you been knew all of this shit and you just let me do, so basically you let me rack up karma. So no matter what, you still the bad guy. They still mad at you because they still feel like, so basically they feel like you came in acting like you was doing stuff with them, and then out of nowhere you changed. You say, I'm the police culture. They like, what the fuck you mean you the police culture? Bitch, I thought you was I thought you was a low life. I thought everything I doing to you, I would have never got caught for. I thought a motherfucker would have never cared about your ass, or no, you would have never got justice for the shit I was doing to you, because the way you was acting like you wasn't shit. So I treated like whatever the case, I don't know, because you exude this power of you are the shit. You exude this power of you are confident. You are successful, but they just didn't want to believe it, so they tried to shit on it because they thought that you didn't see it because you would still modest, you would still be humiliated, or you would still be humble, or you would still be like compromising and all of this shit. And they like, man, if I had the confidence that she had, I'd step on niggas' necks. So she must not know, or he must not know the confidence that they got. So I'm about to attack the fuck out of them before they figure this shit out. And they like, damn, now that you done stood up for yourself and start fighting back and start protecting yourself, and you like every attack that they see, and you returning that shit back times 10, and they starting to feel the effects. They like, so if you would have let me know that you knew all of this shit all along and that you was gonna finally catch up with me, I would have never did this. I hate you. So they are mad as fuck at you, and they feel like your mask has fell off and you was wearing a poker face this whole time, and it's your fault still. Because if you would have stepped on their necks or shitted on them, they would have never did this to you. Like, what? I don't know. It's more to the story, but my headphones getting ready to die. If I re-watch this and I feel like I need to add more to it, I will. But this was a download that I was getting. If I said anything that resonates, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow. Because that helps my pages grow, and it helps me to stay consistent with dropping these messages for y'all, because now I'm starting to feel like I'm really tapped in with this shit. Like, now I'm starting to feel I'm really a content creator. So start to tap in with your girl, okay? Thank you.